always gone when I need you. You know I'll be there for you. Where are you now? Where are you now? Always try my best for you. You just know it is true. Where are we now? Can't live with all these lies again. I was building this wall of trust, my friend. It isn't easy when you fight for bringing me down. You know I'll be there, can't you see you hurting me down?
Yo, everybody. Oops. Wrong one. Oh my god. You can tell I haven't done this in a while. What am I doing? So excited. There it goes. Welcome everybody to the Dog Squad Showcase. So excited to everybody to be here today on March 25th, 2020. Let's go. Thank you guys for everybody being here. Pigeon, thank you for the host right off the bat. Let's go. Thank you so much, P1nkKnight. Obviously, guys, if you don't know why we're here today, we are here for the one and only P1nkKnight. We'll be interviewing him today here on Mixer.com. That guy, that beautiful face right there. Guys, if there's anybody in my community that does not follow P1nkKnight, make sure to do so right now. This is why we're here. We're here for him. Thank you so much for the host, guys. Appreciate it. Fino, Outlaw, and Pigeon coming on with the host right away. I'm just here for Pink. That's fine. That is fine with me, Dave. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad everybody here is here right now to check out the interview. Like I said, I started the Dog Squad Showcase back in September of 2019. My mission was just to find so many awesome content creators here on Mixer.com, interview them, of course, learn about them, why they started, how they started, their streaming journey here on Mixer.com, how they formed their communities and whatnot. So basically, I just wanted to figure out, what their journey has been like so far since they've been streaming. I've met so many awesome people so far. I've done about 12 episodes so far, either 12 to 15. And getting to know so many different communities here on Mixer has just been absolutely amazing. And I can't I can't believe how many awesome people are out there. Honestly, it's just been crazy meeting so many different people here on Mixer and getting to know their communities and figure out why, what inspired them to stream and what keeps them going. So obviously P1nkKnight is doing it the right way. He's a partner streamer here on Mixer. So he's doing some amazing things and he's developed an awesome community. I've been able to check out his streams. I know he plays a lot of Overwatch lately. I know he's been really into Overwatch on PC, but I know he does play a lot of other games as well. It's not the main game he plays. So I do want to figure out, what games he likes, what keeps him going and playing this and different stuff and how he just started. So feet pics. I might have somebody in here who might be interested in some feet pics, but I'll see if he drops by later. You missed the other ones because of his crazy schedule, but now I get to catch all the interviews. Let's go, Fino. Let's go. I'm glad you're here, brother. I'm glad everybody's here, man. That's awesome. But like I said, I've been following P1nkKnight for quite some time. I know he jumped in my stream. Man, I would say it's almost been a year. It's probably getting close to a year, Pink. How long have you been following? At least like 10 months, if not. Because I think you got partnered as like right after you followed me. There you go. 10 months. 10 freaking months. Fino, I should have sent a tweet out when I went live. That is insane. That is freaking insane. Almost 1 year. That's been amazing, dude. That's awesome. But like I said, I've been in the streams here and there, checking out his community, and like I said, amazing community. He's got a lot of awesome people that come and check out and hang out with them and play games with them and stuff like that. So unbelievable stuff. He's also obviously doing the right thing. Like I said, he's partnered here on Mixer. So that's why I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn from him and share his journey with everybody in my community as well. Like I said, guys, if you don't follow him, drop him a follow. So this showcase is going to be different in a couple ways. Kind of have just a little bit of minor difficulties, technical difficulties. I got a newish monitor that I'm not able to hook up to my PC correctly, so I'm going to be doing everything off of one monitor, but still I'll be able to watch my stream through my Xbox, so I'm not worried about that. So you're going to see some behind the scenes stuff before I pull it up. But like I said, guys, if nobody's been here for the showcase before, okay, there's just a couple rules. We'll definitely have the opportunity for not only Pink's community, but my community to ask some questions if they wanted to learn a little bit more about him. But I'm probably going to miss some stuff. If I miss some hosts, miss some alerts and stuff like that, I do apologize. It's probably going to happen. Bottle, thank you for the host. But I do want to focus on the interviewee the whole time. I don't want to get in the way of anything. If he's answering a question or if I'm asking a question, I just usually do not try to stop in between. I want to get his answer and not interrupt anything during that stuff. So, but like I said, we will get to a point where you're able to ask questions on the stream and learn more about Pink if you want to. And if Pink has any questions for me, I mean, I'm more than welcome to answer any questions as well. So without further ado, I'm going to switch scenes and then I'm going to bring up Pink. So bear with me, guys. I'm praying this works. I love the face. Oh, I'm cracking up. Oh my god. All right. Yes. All right. Looks good on my stream. Hopefully it looks good in everybody else's stream as well. Pink, how you doing? Oh, is your mic on?
Hello.
There you go. All right.
Hello.
What's up, man? How you doing today?
I'm fantastic. Happy to be here. Hello.
What's up? Nova, thank you for the host, guys. Like I said, I'm probably going to miss some hosts and follow alerts and stuff like that, so I apologize if I do miss that stuff.
Hey guys.
Pink, I'm glad to have you here, man. It's been a long time coming for sure. I'm glad you were able to join the show. So, if you just want to start off and tell everybody how you started on Mixer and how long you've been streaming on Mixer.com.
All right. Well, I've been on Mixer for about 2 years, and it's been pretty wild. I was not doing too well about 2 years ago. I was in a really bad situation with family, and I had to move out. And I was going to move into my grandparents' house, and then I got kicked out of there like 5 seconds later. because I brought my TV and they didn't want my TV. Like, it was a really weird situation.
Wow.
And then it got to where I was just so depressed for a few months. And my dad and his dad and my uncle, they're all entertainers, they're all singers. And
Okay.
I've always wanted to entertain. I've always enjoyed making people laugh and make them feel better about themselves. So I was like, what can I do to get my entertain stuff going? So I was like, I got on Mixer, and I was like, I'm gonna really buckle down and study up. I started studying streamers on every platform, from Mixer to YouTube, Twitch. Like, I was studying them, what made them who they were, their failures, their, like, the ones that did good. And I was just writing everything down. If we have any anime lovers, it's kind of like Deku from My Hero, Damia, where he kind of studies all the different superpowers. Hey, Ginger. And I was really inspired by all these different creators, and I started to become myself and just continue, and it just started going really well. I started writing down every single thing I did every day, just to keep up the momentum, and that I wouldn't burn out. Had a strict schedule, and that's basically how I got onto Mixer. I mean, I could have chosen any platform, but I've always been a huge Microsoft and Xbox fanboy.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm going with Mixer. I'm going to try this. And then had no idea how the platform was, but I grew to love it like almost instantly.
Yeah, I mean, I could say the same thing for me when I came to Mixer. I had aspirations to stream on Twitch. That was the first platform that I started watching. But I was going to use Mixer as like a kind of a stepping stone, maybe just like I said, just to learn and see if this is what I really wanted to do. But I ended up falling in love with it. Like I said, I mean, just meeting so many awesome people on Mixer, I was like, there's no way I'm moving into Twitch now. Like, I've already started a community and having like regulars come in and stuff like that. It's like, it's no point now. Like, this is an awesome platform. I have nothing but good words to say about Mixer. I mean, they're up and coming. They're not there at Twitch's level, obviously, of course, not yet.
Absolutely.
But we'll get there eventually, so that's awesome. Did you stream on any other platform or consider any other platform before Mixer?
When I was really young and just childish and didn't know anything about streaming, I tried Twitch. I believe I was like 15 or 16.
Okay.
And it was just do it after school, do it to goof off, and I got absolutely nowhere. That's before I really even cared. It was just something that seemed cool, and a lot of cool content creators were doing it. So, and that didn't really work out. Then I got on Beam and did the same thing. Didn't really care, just tried it. So I started off on Beam, but I just kind of stopped, went back to my schooling and job and everyday life. And I want to put content on YouTube. It's just I've been really behind about it. And now, since I lost my job due to the corona, might be able to do more content on YouTube. So I'm getting ready for that. But yeah, I honestly, ever since I started on Mixer, I haven't thought about any other platform. Honestly, I tried Restream for a little bit, but I was like, then I got tired of that, so I just started to keep on with Mixer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the vibe so much, and I'm here to stay. I mean, unless something happened and Mixer just completely went away, me and my community are going somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's what I figured too. I was like, man, if somehow Mixer collapses, I'm probably gonna have to move to a different platform. But hopefully it's here to stay, and they continue to invest in their communities and stuff like that. Like I said, it's been awesome since I've been here. I have nothing but love for Mixer at this point. So
yeah, they're working so hard. I'm not allowed to say what they're working on, but I get updates every day about how much they're doing, and like they're staying on their toes. It's crazy.
That's good.
How much they're doing every day, and I'm looking forward to the future, man.
That's
absolutely.
Great. That's refreshing to hear from me. Like I said, we don't, like, as non-partners or anybody else that's a regular viewer or something like that, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But I'm glad to hear good things for sure that are in the works.
And this isn't just for partners. They're doing so much work for the whole platform. Okay. So I'm really ready for what they release.
That's good, man. That's exciting stuff to hear for sure. I'm happy. Like I said, I have no reason to leave. Yeah, I would say, I know we talked a little bit about that, but I mean, you said you did Restream for a little bit. What was the other platforms you were streaming on?
It was really just Twitch. I didn't want to go too crazy. I tried streaming to Twitch because I do love streaming VR chat and Overwatch. It's two of my favorite games. and that's very popular on Twitch.
Okay.
At least Overwatch was. I know YouTube bought the rights to the new Overwatch League or something, and it's going to be placed on there now.
Okay.
Something like that. It's going to be broadcasted on there. So
Okay.
I don't know what the future is for Twitch and Overwatch, but I'm curious to see what that is going to be like.
Mhm.
But yeah, I tried Twitch, and I did get a few people coming in there, and a few of them actually stuck around and came over to watch me on Mixer. But I kind of stopped a while back and just kept going.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like Mixer is kind of missing something with the Overwatch, dude. I mean, we both love the game. I love it. I love the team aspect and stuff like that. And so many people are they just love the game. Period. Like I said, some people are really into it, and you get to meet a lot of awesome people. Like just people love playing the game, and you get to play with other people in the community. You get new followers from it all the time. But I feel like on Mixer is not as big. Like I said, on Twitch, it's huge over there. Every time I go to Twitch, there's like 13,000 followers or viewers at a time, and here I would say maybe 500 to 1,000. It's kind of at its peak, so it's kind of sad. I feel like we definitely could invest, or Mixer could invest in Overwatch a little bit more, but maybe when Overwatch 2 comes out, they may.
Maybe. I'm actually surprised it's not as big as it is, because like there's an actual Microsoft Overwatch team that plays and streams Overwatch weekly, and I believe it's called Microsoft Overwatch. And it's pretty cool watching them. I get to go in there and hang out with them, watch them do their thing, and they actually respond. And it's not even that crazy hyped up. Like there's not many people in there. Like it might have a few hundred people watching, maybe 4 people talking. So they're actually talking with you. So it's really cool. And I've talked to some of the like one of the staff at Mixer, and I'm trying to get her to play some Overwatch with me, because we both have this huge love for Overwatch. And she sounds really down. So I'll keep everyone updated on that, because that'll be super exciting.
That's awesome, dude.
I love it.
I know they were having a tournament with other partner streamers. Did that already happen, or is it still gonna happen?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I have no idea. They wanted partners to make a team. Yeah. Where at least one person had to be a partner, and you could get a team. But I just never got the. Wow, Microsoft Overwatch actually just went live. I just got a notification.
Speaking of it,
I did not get to keep updated with them, because I just play with the people in my community. We never really came up to get a team going for that. So, and I didn't see anything else after that. So it probably already happened, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, man, it was only PC too, right? At that point.
Yes.
That's what sucks, PC man. Only. It's like, man, if it
was
console.
A big problem for me too, because we play so much Xbox. Like I have Overwatch PC, but just my community is big on Xbox.
Exactly. I was like, man, that'd have been awesome if it was on console, because for sure I'd be down for it. Like it'd be a lot of fun, for sure. That's awesome, dude. So what kind of brought you into streaming? You said you just wanted to entertain people, like that was just your niche, like you love entertainment.
Just growing up in a very negative lifestyle, with just horrible things always happening. I remember some of the highlights of being a kid was seeing my father go, and he's a singer and an entertainer. He dresses up as different artists and singers, like from Elvis to Prince to but just country singers, like a bunch of them. And just seeing him put on this like outfit and this act, and seeing him bring so many smiles to different events, it inspired me so much. And my thing was never really singing. I didn't really care about doing that, but I really enjoyed dressing up. I really enjoyed just making people laugh, and streaming being our generation's thing, I just kind of put 2 and 2 together. I tell people on my stream, my passion is not streaming, my passion's entertaining, and that's what really keeps me going. And streaming is just like a branch of the tree that I am.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I kind of fell into it myself. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to be down for it. I just, at first, when I was watching on Twitch, I just enjoyed everybody in a specific community. Like I would just go to a specific streamer every day, hang out with them, and I just love the community aspect of it. It made me feel like I had a family. And with me moving away from my main family, my actual family, moving several hours away, I kind of felt from being able to go to their, hang out with them all the time. I'm a big family person. I love hanging out with family all the time. But that environment, I guess the streaming environment, maybe like I guess filled that hole that I wasn't getting anymore. So I think that's why I fell in love with it so much. So, and it's been an absolute blast ever since then. It's crazy to think about how far I'm sure how you've come and how far I've come since day one. It's just been crazy. So
It is. It's a
Yeah.
wild adventure.
yeah. How life changing has streaming been since you've started?
Oh God. Oh man. It's been nothing but changes. Constant changing. And I mean, like I said, I was at my absolute lowest I've ever been in my entire life 2 years ago. I thought I was about to be homeless. I felt incredibly ill from just being like depression just really eats at you. And
Yeah.
I wasn't going to come back. Like I was just so depressed. I started watching YouTube videos of VR chat and I absolutely just died out laughing and loved every second of it. Watched the Ugandan Knuckles. Ugandan Knuckles like saved my life. It's insane. And I said, I want to be a VR chat streamer. I want to do this. And
Yeah.
so that's what really got me into streaming. And then it's just been nothing but changes. Like it's been crazy.
Yeah.
My life just gets better every day. I meet incredible people on multiple different platforms in real life. I go to cons. I get to go to cons that I can afford thanks to my community.
Mm-hmm.
And I meet more people and bring them in. Heck, Staff in the chat, I met her at a recent con a while back, and she's just been such a pleasure having around.
That's great, dude.
And it's really wild. I get to run an art community. It's full of artists and cosplayers, and they're always having a great time. And that's just something I really want to do, because when I was like 11 or 12, I ran a Sonic the Hedgehog art community on FanPop when I was on MySpace.
Wow.
And like I wanted that back, but it had to be different.
Yeah.
But I got married while I was during like after my 1 year of streaming, and that was freaking the best. Streaming just funds me for being able to go on these, like I said, to the cons, and they help me pay for art and for other commissions, and it's wild, man. It's really wild. People look at me different, and which was good. I feel like a presence of respect from people that used to just look so like down so far at me, and it's so humbling. It really is.
That's great, man.
Thank you, Ginger.
Well, it definitely sounds like you inspire a lot of people, like you said, and these people kind of keep you humble and keep you strong, and
Oh, absolutely.
definitely want to keep you going for sure.
That was my biggest fear, is that I would turn into some kind of like full of myself douche. And I told my wife ever since the beginning, I said, please make sure I stay grounded. I don't know how this is going to affect me. There's going to be a lot of changes. And, I make sure, I'm like, a lot of people are scared to message me, but like, I love talking to people. I really do. And I don't know. I stay grounded. Absolutely. I love everybody, most of the people I meet.
Yeah.
And I just enjoy working with a lot of people. I never look at that follower number. It's just about the type of person and creator you are. That's how I do it.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. That's the right way to do it for sure. Because I know in the very beginning, that's all I was like focused on numbers. Like, oh my god, I have to have so many followers, a stream or a week or in a month. I still try to pay attention to it, just to see where I'm at, because I know sometimes it cannot help. So, like, oh, this particular game is maybe not catching all of my community, or anybody else is not resonating, to my numbers. So maybe I need to stick away from that, But I don't know. Sometimes, like I said, you can get too focused on it, and
Yeah, no, that's important to keep track of. In my booklet, I have the tracks of each number throughout the nights, like how many people I got in from Twitter, how many followers I got on Mixer. I had, that's important to write down. It's just like get overwhelmed by it.
yeah.
And it's because if your numbers are dropping, that your content's not pulling in the right people, and just gotta make a little change. That's what a lot of people are afraid to admit. People won't watch their own content and see what changes need to be made.
I try to, for sure. Like, there's always stuff that I'm trying to think of, like what can I do differently? What can I add? What can I take away? So that's something. If anybody is like thinking about streaming, that's what you have to consider. Like, don't be afraid to criticize yourself, and don't be afraid of constructive criticism as well. Because
you can't ask enough questions. Absolutely. I always like see what people think.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. Yeah, because I mean, if it's your audience, you want to know that it's resonating well with them, and they like what you're doing, and there's some stuff that they may not like, you know, and you can always make a change and adapt for sure. So, do you feel like streaming has interfered with your personal life?
Before I started, I didn't have much of a personal life anyways. I mean, I didn't have too many people. It was kind of the same people, and some of them even moved off, so it kind of all just happened at once. It definitely took time away from my wife and family. Of course, like I said, I had so much go down with my family. Like I had people, you know, my brother betrayed me, and I won't go into much detail. And, you know, my mom was on their side, and it just was really ugly. I got kicked out by my grandparents. My aunt was threatening to sue me for moving it to my grandparents' house because they said it belonged to her. So it was just really horrible for me. I felt so much hate for so much of my family all at once. So I was like, you know, that's what dragged me down.
Yeah.
And so I just didn't see them for like the whole first year or so of my streaming. Like I just stopped seeing anyone in my family because I just wanted to be away. So that really, I mean, that helped, but I wouldn't suggest it. I finally forgave a bunch of them and started talking to them again. And I see them every once in a while, but they know I take great pride in what I do, and I make sure I put sorry, words.
It's okay.
I make sure that I have a strict schedule for what I do, and they know that my schedule is super important. Now, for a while, no one really cared about my schedule. Like, if someone would be like, "Oh, it's okay. I mean, you don't have to stream today," but you know, my schedule is so important to me. And so yeah, it affects a lot of your life, but you have to have boundaries, and you know, you have to know who to respond to back and who not to. I try to respond to everybody, but there's just not enough time to get to everyone for sure. And it just makes sure I have enough time for the wife, because sometimes I don't give her enough time, and that's something I have to talk to myself, be like, look, you guys spend more time with your wife. Because she knows how passionate I am about this, because I want to keep going. Like, I was up till 5 a.m. sending out messages. I have 2 cons going on in the next 2 weeks that I'm helping host and run. And it's just like it's so fun. It really is. So I don't hate it, but like, man,
keeps you busy for sure, man. That's
absolutely. Like. Love you, Nova. Love you, Sam.
That's awesome. So we're talking about your family. What do they think about the image of, or you now being a partner and streamer? You know, what do they think about that?
They think it's crazy. Like I've started talking to, I have 2 brothers, and I started talking to both of them again. One thinks it's crazy. He comes to my stream and he's like, wow, like he's like a legit streamer. Like what this is crazy. And like people in my like in my hometown, like, you know, they see me as like this, like the loser in high school or middle school. And when they come into my stream and see like people chatting and supporting and like just going crazy and me just doing my entertaining, they're like, holy shiz, like I know this guy. This is the same guy.
Yeah.
Like and my mom's happy, my sister's proud, like my dad is, and they buy my merch and tell their friends and families friends about, you know, what I do, and they just think it's the coolest thing, because no one really in my area does this much, or at least at the level I put into this, because I have inspired a lot of streamers around in my area, and I think it's really cool that I'm able to inspire people the way I do.
That's great, dude.
It's nothing but positivity. Like a big tip for any kind of content creator, like I would suggest not even like telling people, like, you know, or like pushing your stuff onto people around you, because usually they're gonna hate anyways, and like let them kind of notice it, like from stuff you post online. Let them get like interested by it, and when they come in, that's when they're like, oh wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, and forget the hate. You know, you're gonna get a lot of hate when you're doing this kind of thing. But yeah.
You kind of have to have them genuinely come on their own time, and not like forcibly, like, you need to come watch me, come follow me, or come lurk or whatever. You know, that's how I kind of did. I kind of like spread the message to my family, and that's how I got Viv hooked on it. You know, she would come by my streams and she saw the people like engaging with me, and she actually enjoyed like modding and stuff like that. So I think that's why I got her hooked. Like, it was a genuine thing. It wasn't like, hey, come watch me, come hang out.
Yeah, Viv's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, don't gas her up, okay? She's already gassed up enough.
Dang, dude.
Everybody knows, though, for sure. But that's awesome. I'm glad they come and watch and hang out with you, bro. That's awesome. You know,
they do. They'll pop up in the stream. One actually came in early. bit. My little youngest brother, he is
Okay.
I'm 25. Yeah, he's 15.
Okay.
And he came in and hung out.
That's great, dude. It's awesome to have that family support, I'm sure.
Yeah, my
have it.
wife always hangs out, but she's passed out. She worked all night. Yeah,
Oh,
she works
man.
at the hospital, so she's been working
Dude.
like 12-hour shifts.
That's incredible. Well, bless her. Hopefully everything she's staying safe, and hopefully they're not overworking her for sure.
It is Viv. It is the brother you met. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's one thing, man. I did see you at PAX, but I never got a chance to like actually come and hang out and say hi. I regret that for sure.
Hey, it's okay. We'll have to do it next time.
For sure. Absolutely, for sure. Well, we'll talk about that, man. How was your experience at PAX? How did you enjoy it? That was your first PAX?
Absolutely. It was my first time. It was my first time. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was hyped up.
You're good.
I really loved it. It was great. I saw it was a little stressful at first because I had to drive. Me and my mom took turns driving, and it was like a 12-hour drive or something like that. It was pretty
Wow.
wild, and I was gonna get there just in time to go in to meet everybody, like and get my pass. So I got there a little late. I had to run to the building. I got dropped off like 2 miles away from where I was supposed to because we were unsure of the area. So I was running to try to get my pass. I went into the wrong hotel, and then the people in there had no idea what I was talking about. And I found someone with a Twitch shirt, and they said, I think that's like that way. So then I like run that way, and I'm trying to run in to grab my tag. I get it, and all the people that work there are like, you have 1 minute, right? I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm trying to go. And so I grab it. Then the person at Mixer gives me my partner badge. They give me a blanket. I'm like, this is awesome, but what am I gonna do? Like, I have to carry this around all night. So I wrap it around my camera bag. Another thing I'm carrying around. And then I found out the partner lounge where all the partners are meeting up is like a mile away.
Wow.
And then I have to leave, and I go the wrong direction, and then I'm trying to Google where it was nuts. Like, it was insane. But at least I'll know for next time.
Yeah, for sure.
So by the time I got to the partner thing, I was sweaty. I was carrying around an unraveled blanket attached to my bag. I was thirsty, and oh Lord, all these people look so beautiful and handsome, and like oh my gosh, there was like food lining the tables and everything, and all
You're
these
just
like
a hot
big-
mess, dude.
Yeah, these big deals, and I'm just up in here sweaty, got my hair crazy. But man, it was really. But everyone treated me like like they really loved me and respected me, which was really awesome.
That's great,
Everyone was
dude.
so cool. I got no negativity whatsoever. I got to meet some people I've watched for a while and seen. Like, I saw Ice Poseidon. He was actually really cool, and his girl was awesome. And I just met a lot of really people, a lot of interesting people I've admired watching on Mixer. So that was
Exactly.
really, really fascinating. And yeah, PAX was amazing.
Dude, I know people have said this a lot of times, but this is this is the only way I could describe it. It just felt like a family reunion. Like, it felt like everybody was coming together and just having just an awesome time together, just hanging out, catching up. Like I said, you don't have all the time in the world to catch everybody on their stream, but to have that moment with them and have a genuine conversation, face to face with somebody, it's awesome. And putting a face to like a username that you may not be able to see anybody. Like, if you have did you have any of your followers come down and hang out with you, or did you meet any followers?
I didn't make any plans really but
Okay.
a lot of people I didn't think anybody would recognize me, so I wore my Knight hoodie, or not my Mixer hoodie with the pink Knight on the back.
Okay.
But luckily my hair helped people recognize me. I had a lot of it was really cool because my brother was with me, and he was like, "Do you think anybody recognize you?" I was like, "Oh, probably not." But then a bunch of people actually did, which was really
That's
nice.
great, dude.
And as far as the whole PAX in general, I didn't really care about a lot of the events going down, so I stayed at the Mixer booth like the whole time almost.
Okay.
And just started. Yeah, I kept talking with all the Mixer people. So I got to talk with some of the Mixer staff, and that was really nice. They were really sweet.
Absolutely.
But yeah, really enjoyed that, man.
I know. I already can't wait. Like, I was already, as soon as PAX South was ended, I was like, I'm going to West. Like, I'm for sure going to West. Now I don't know if that's gonna be possible with everything that's going on in the world, but I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this stuff wraps up by August. I don't know if it is or not, but who knows?
Here's the hoping, man.
I know. If it is, I'm definitely gonna try to go to West. But if not, then we have PAX South 2021 to look forward to.
Yeah. And hey, look, this has been kind of weird. I've been helping with these cons that have been hosted on Discord, which was I didn't think would work out at first, but they've been really cool. Now, right now, it's mainly like art for artists, cosplayers, and gamers. But
Okay.
I've been helping host some of them, and actually even been featured in these panels. So like maybe this will be a huge thing because that would help with traveling, like
Exactly.
going to get a hotel, and like it's really cool. So I'm gonna be hosting those over the next 2 weeks, and
Awesome, dude.
I'll even keep you updated because it might be something you might want to check out. Because
Yeah.
I even got some new followers from it, and they've even done art and just become parts of the community already. So I'll
Dude,
keep you
that's
updated
awesome.
because that's a cool thing to do.
Hey, so you do all that stuff just on Discord, or you stream it at all?
It's on Discord,
Okay.
and no, I don't really stream it. I
Okay.
did stream inside the Discord because it was giving me problems trying to do both.
Okay.
But I was actually streaming near Automata in the Discord and just talking to the people that came in and getting to know them. Just kind of put time aside for that panel I was running.
Okay. That's not bad though. That sounds pretty awesome, man. It gives you a different avenue. Like I said, you're getting followers from it. You're meeting new people that would normally catch you on Mixer. So that's just something
Yeah.
else that probably not a lot of other people are doing, for sure.
Oh yeah, we got like 30 new people in the Discord overnight just from people that found me in that.
Wow. That's great, dude. Discord, I would be honest, Discord has been one of the most problematic, not problematic, but like I want to like focus on it so much and meet new people and bring them to the Discord, but it's just hard. It's hard for me to be engaged with it all the time because I know it takes a lot of work. So what do you suggest? What are your tips to like, keep an active Discord?
A great thing to have in a Discord is for a reason for people to be there that's not solely for the the streamer, the content creator. Give them something they can do while they're there that you're not when you're not there. Because like I said, we have like art contests now in the Discord. We started just recently, so that wouldn't really count.
Okay.
But that's just it's pretty fun. Brings the artists together. We have a channel for artists to post their art. We have a place for people to post their gaming videos if they wanted to. Place for the cosplayers post their cosplays, and just don't make it around the stream. Is something I really found that helped. Now, if they get interested, sometimes they'll come check out your stream. But
Okay.
like I give all these artists and cosplayers a home to share their ideas, their hobbies, and yeah, I mean that's basically it. It's just a reason for them to be there, and they love it. And it's got to have a good a vibe. Like
Yeah.
you want to have a certain kind of vibe that revolves around what you like. So we have a lot of positivity in there, a lot of support. That's just some things we like to do, and yeah, I think that's a decent thing to do for Discords.
Yeah, that's a good tip, man. Like I said, not really focusing on the stream. Like streaming is something else. Like Discord is its own body of work for yourself, and it's not a part. It's not attached to streaming. It's just something entirely different for sure.
It's like a
So,
branch,
yeah,
like I was talking about with the tree.
that's great, dude. That's something like I said, I really want to get better at is Discord because I like keeping in touch with everybody. Like I don't want to just see you on stream. I want to be able to hang out with you off stream, and it's an avenue to get a hold of me if there's any questions you have. With whatever. I love helping people as much as I can. So I want to have that active Discord. So I love Twitter. I love engaging with people on Twitter, but sometimes I just don't want to be on Twitter. I'd rather have you like in the Discord and we can chat it up with other people as well, not just like a one-to-one thing. You can have multiple people going back and forth. Like I said,
Absolutely.
yeah, people helping each other with art and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool, dude.
What's up, Candy? Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Now you like your thing would probably wouldn't be artists and cosplayers. I don't know like exactly the things you are passionate about, but
Yeah.
like find what you're extremely passionate about. That's just not really just streaming unless you're wanting a streaming Discord.
Yeah.
Maybe you like cars or something, and you'll go around to different car shows, or you'll find car groups on Facebook, and then you'll kind of talk to these guys, and some of them might be like, hey, you got sometimes they'll be like, hey, you got Discord, bro, or like you have a Twitter, and you'll be like, no, but I have a Discord. I have both. That's when you get those people in there.
That's awesome.
Hey, Beach. Like you like anything content creator wise, like I think you really need to inspire these guys to come in and check you out. You know,
Exactly.
it's hard to just post your link. I mean, I post my link when I go live just for the people that really want to watch, but that going live tweet usually won't bring in anybody that doesn't know who I am.
Exactly.
But if they heard my name through someone, they'd be like, hey, I heard about this guy. I'll check him out tonight.
Exactly.
And that's, another thing is just be on your A game as much as you can, that way, because that person doesn't come, if they come in and you're like, just in a horrible mood and not enjoying yourself, and then they'll just go tell their friends, hey, this guy's not he kind of sucks, he just hates what he's doing. So that's, I know that's kind of off topic, but
No, that's truth, man, for sure. Yeah. I'm sure that comes from personal experience. Like if you've gone into somebody's stream, like, hey, I'm finally going to go check him out, and you go under the stream, like, this guy's negative. What is he? Why are you? Why are you being like this? And then right off the bit, or right off the rap, and the first impression you got is like, I don't want to be in this stream. Why would I want to come watch this stuff every time? So, and then he could just be having a bad day. Or like I say, it's not. Don't come watch me play FIFA. It's negative all the time.
Some people like negative gameplay. Yeah, there's like so many different types of streamers, but that's just my vibe's more positive, more energetic, or creative, or like that kind of thing. So that's the kind of people I want in. Mm-hmm. So if I'm having a bad day, and I don't really want to track that kind of vibe into the channel.
Exactly.
But man,
that's
I love
awesome.
it though.
Yeah. And that's great, dude. What kind of games do you usually stream? I know we talked about Overwatch, but what other games do you actually enjoy streaming?
Now that I have my PC upgraded enough to stream VR chat, that's one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
It's I don't know if you know what that is, but you can like join a crazy world, and some of these places take place in space, or in like the front of a McDonald's. Like there's just so many different worlds you can be in. And like there'll be people walking around as different characters, and you could be whatever you want. You can be like an old man, or like a dragon, or a transformer, or a Pikachu, and like it's just you do whatever you want.
You
like
can be whatever you want.
And I meet so many cool people on there. It's fascinating.
That kind of reminds me of Ready Player One, like when everybody has like
absolutely.
their own. Like...
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Yeah, I see, Chemo. I love VR chat, man. Love it. That's what inspired me to get into entertaining and to stream and stuff. Even though I couldn't stream it at first, I eventually was able to. And I enjoy Roblox. A lot of people think it's just a kids game, but like it can be. But like, there's a lot of cool stuff going on there. There's like scary games. There's race car games, shooting games. Like, and I enjoy Arsenal, and there's just some really cool games on there. So that's like a little laid back kind of game I enjoy playing.
Okay.
And I enjoy Minecraft. And I also like scary games like Dead by Daylight, Friday 13th. That's not as scary, but
okay, it's like I can play those games, but no, like any horror games, no, I'm not a horror person at all.
Yeah, I love horror games. I haven't actually streamed a good one in a while, but I'd love going. That's one reason I got PC was for all the like indie / horror games where there might be like a little doll chasing you.
Oh no!
Like it scares the shiz out of me, but I love it. Like one, I had to legit exercise a demon out of a baby that was crawling on the ceiling, and that was terrifying. And it was a dark room. It was
I'm glad I didn't watch that game because I would have been having nightmares for sure.
Oh man, and it's in VR. That game was in VR, by the way.
No.
Yeah. So you're like looking around in a dark room with a baby crying and screaming, crawling on the walls. Holy crap!
That is crazy. I've never been a horror person at all. Dead by Daylight, it was scary for me at first because the thing for me is like I hate being chased.
Yeah,
that's what I don't do. I don't do haunted houses or anything like that because I can't. I always tell people I can't simulate fear. Like if I'm scared and something pops out and chases me, I'm gonna punch you in the face. That's why I don't go to the haunted houses because I can't simulate it. And a lot of people get enjoy and get an adrenaline rush from it. I'm like, not me. I'm gonna act like how I will in real life. I'm gonna defend myself. I'm gonna punch you. So that's why I don't do that kind of stuff. And I just don't like being chased. But I guess it took me a while in Dead by Daylight because it would kind of like bother me at first. But then I guess I kind of got used to it because you can juke a killer and stuff like that. You can get away from it. So that kind of makes it fun.
Dead by Daylight makes me mad though, especially when the killer would just like stay at your
just camp you.
Your character. Yeah, he'll camp you while you're on the hook.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's some good jump scares on their beach for sure. I know I've gotten.
Mhm.
I think is it Michael Myers is one of the ones that has like a really small terror radius, and
Yeah.
Ghostface as he can jump out pretty fast too. It's like
I love playing that game with my friend Beach in the chat. She screams and it's hilarious. She's great.
hey Bubbly, how you doing?
Hey, bubbly.
It is fun though for sure. It can be fun. I totally understand that for sure. Um, that's awesome, dude. You play a lot. I know. You, like I said, I've seen you play a lot of different games. So, do you enjoy the variety like aspect, or is there ever a time that you just want to focus on one game and that's it?
Oh, that's a very good question. For a while, I was sticking to like nothing but variety. I was never playing the same thing twice in like 2 weeks or maybe 3 weeks. And I found out after a while that was kind of killing me. Like people loved coming in for the, for me, but it was killing me as in drawing an audience because I wasn't sticking to any kind of games. Like strict variety really can hurt you. So I kind of found a game or two that I play more than the others and then like change up throughout the week. Like Overwatch is like my go-to game. I will play a few times a week and then I'll throw in like a Dead by Daylight, VR Chat now, Roblox, Minecraft in on other days, and sometimes story games. Like I was playing BioShock today,
Okay.
and there was another one I was playing the other day. But yeah, you kind of get it. I just it's not strict variety, but you get it.
That's good. Well, as long as do you have like a schedule? Like, hey guys, every Monday I'm gonna play Minecraft, or every Wednesday I'm gonna play Dead by Daylight. Do you do stuff like that?
I did for a bit, but I was like, it got so overwhelming. Like, well, I did have.
You cut out.
Man,
I'm sorry. You
it,
cut out for
it
a
was
second.
so hard to keep doing that. If you had someone that could do it for you, like I would definitely suggest it. But it's I don't know. If it depends what kind of personality you have. Like people will come in for my personality usually, so they'll come in whatever game I'm playing. I have some people that come in for a certain game, but I haven't really had much issues with that.
Okay.
And something I might pick up in the future, honestly.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, that's one of the issues too. It's like I need to learn how to just focus, like you said, on one or two games, and that's it, and not bounce around. It's just I'm just a very like it have to be in the mood for something every day. Like I can't just I can't play Overwatch every day. There's absolutely no way I could do that, and especially I couldn't play FIFA every day because I would rage too much. But I would like to come with a schedule like, hey, well, here's one thing I will do. Like on weekends, I will play nothing but FIFA. Because we have like every weekend we have like kind of a tournament we call Weekend League, so I'm usually playing that every weekend. That's one of the things I do every weekend.
Nice. That's
but,
good.
But like during the week, I will get away from FIFA because it stresses me out. Like I'm getting gray hairs from it, and I'll just go to Overwatch or lately it's been Warzone because it's one of the big games right now. So I love playing BRs for sure. That's one of the things I enjoy. I even played Fortnite last week. I don't
I
usually
suck
do
at
that.
VRs, man. Like sometimes they'll request it and I'll play it with them, but it's very.
Yeah. You have to be, you have to enjoy it, and you don't want to play something you don't enjoy, for sure. So.
Yeah, I started off playing BRs with my when I first started streaming because like when you get on streaming, like the top games, Fortnite, Modern Warfare, like games like that.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what you had to do, like.
Yeah.
And then my wife was like, why don't you play games you enjoy? And I said, I don't think I'm supposed to. She's like, well, try it. And then I started and I really enjoyed it. Like I was playing Friday 13th in Overwatch, and then like people were coming in really enjoying my content and just like me having so much fun. And I was like, wow, I can grow doing this, being a variety streamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's awesome, dude. Outside of streaming or gaming, what are your favorite hobbies, or what do you do outside of this?
Well, I enjoy anime. I enjoy watching anime.
Okay.
My wife is gone more now that she's at the hospital, so I'll just kind of sit there watching something. I've been watching Sonic the Hedgehog, so I enjoy good cartoons. I've been watching Sonic Boom because I'm a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan. The movie was freaking awesome.
Awesome. Dude. I still haven't seen it yet. I want to see it.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. I enjoy practicing the ukulele and playing that. And just gaming a little bit. Honestly, love community work. It's hard to say sometimes, but I really enjoy community work, like making sure the Discord's updated. Talking to people in there, and now I have these cons, so I get a whole nother thing to work on. Like last night, I was talking to like 2 different groups at the same time about 2 different cons going on the next week, and I was just really enjoying it. Like some people will be like, "How do you do all this at once?" But I freaking love it. So
Yeah, if you're passionate about it, man, like I said, that's awesome, dude. It seems like you're doing a great thing over there for sure. I'm definitely gonna have to come and check it out. So, from what I understand, Bubbly is that she is okay. She's just working her butt off right now. She's
that's
absolutely
right. She works at the
swamped.
hospital, so she's been working 12-hour shifts. And her hospital, they're pretty cool. You know, it's a small town, pretty close knit. They found out I lost my job. And sorry, they found out I lost my job, and they've been giving her extra hours because they know about me. Okay, my wife's calling me.
It's okay. You have to take it, man. Go ahead.
Hello, baby. I'm in the doing the podcast, baby. I was talking good about you. I love you, baby. Come in here and hang out with us, babe, or in the stream. Yeah, or like I posted the link in the Discord in the announcements or going live. All right, love you, babe. All right, thank you. Yeah, sorry about that. But, yeah, it's okay. I did lose my job due to the corona. My boss, he called me up the other day while I was it was Saturday. It was like Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday morning. And he was like, "Yo, on the time you're fired." No, he didn't say that, but I like to joke about it. But they do want me back, but you know, I'm not needed there right now because you know work has slowed down tremendously for a lot of places.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can get back there sometime, but you know, I just got to go with the flow right now. But the whole community is just come together, and even after I got fired, I got up. I was okay. I knew it was going to happen, and I was like, I've been running this charity stream for Direct Relief. It's a organization that gives direct relief to those affected by diseases and natural disasters. So they're going to be helping with coronavirus people.
Awesome.
And I got on to do that anyways, and then people started showing up and saying nice things, and I was like, dang, y'all suck. Why y'all gonna be so nice? And then they even found my donation link. Even though I took it off my stream, they even found it and was donating, and it was really wholesome and really sweet.
That's great, dude. That is freaking great. That's definitely a community you definitely need to stick with for sure. Make sure. It sounds like they got your back. They got your back.
Yeah, other streamers, content creators have been coming to the cause and helping me. Mixer has been featuring me off every stream like for the last week and a half to help with this charity, and it's been really great.
That's awesome. Are you done with it, or are you still doing it?
I'm going to be doing it till around April the 15th because I figured this is going to be going on a while.
Yeah.
And after April the 15th, I'm going to be helping fight against global warming because that's a big thing that I really support and care for is helping fight against that. So that's going to be my next thing.
Sorry, I thought my dog was like, he's freaking me out over there. I was like, what the hell is going on? That's great, dude. I would say one thing that's been a positive. I know there's a lot of negative stuff going on with COVID, you know, destroying, you know, or taking people's lives and destroying people's livelihoods and stuff like that. But I will say that a couple of good things that I've heard is that it's cleaning pollution. Like I've heard that the pollution in China has gone down tremendously because no one's driving and no one's out. Also, all the canals in Italy have cleaned up. You can actually see the bottom. Like everything's, well, it seems like, I haven't seen pictures yet, but I'll take that back. I did see one photo. But I mean, it seems like it's helping out a little bit with keeping people off the streets, and maybe hopefully you can continue that way too. Maybe this is what maybe Mother Nature needed for a little bit of a break from us.
Yeah, that's very smart. Yeah. I said the other day, legit the day before I got fired, guys, do not try not to stress over these hard times. Something good comes out of every bad thing, and every good thing, there's some kind of negative part, but you always have to look for the bright side. And then the next day I got fired, and I got on and said, look, guys, it's going to be okay. I get more time to spend with you guys.
Exactly.
I get to work on more content.
Yeah.
And
that's looking at the positives.
And then the 2 cons popped up, and I just hosted one last week, and all this good stuff is going down. If you worry so much on the negative side and the bad things happening, you're going to miss all the good things coming your way. So it's so important to take note of the good things in life, man.
Yeah. Yeah, people are enjoying your content. They want to see more of you for sure. So this is a good time
Thank you,
to
Peter.
to
I
give
enjoy
back
your
to
face.
them. Here in the UK, they don't listen to anything. Prime Minister says we are now on lockdown. So now you're officially on lockdown, Bubbly, in the UK. That's crazy. I wonder what took them so
Yeah.
long to like make the decision.
I don't know. Like I've seen people say they are in lockdown. Don't thought it means they just can't leave the house at all. But I saw some other people say that they can leave the house, just it's be at certain times. So I don't know. There's a lot of different information, and there's a lot of different places, and they're going to have different rules and regulations. So just you got to really just stay weary of what's going on in your community. I think that's really important. Try not to worry about what's going on in other areas. You can kind of know, but it's going to be different everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, some places are not having an issue at all. Some people are just having a wildfire of cases that are splurting up. So I mean, every area is gonna be treated differently for sure. So
Yeah,
we
I
can't.
mean,
It's
my
like
wife
apples
works
to
the
oranges. So
and they just had their first case today where I live. So I'm being. I hope it. I just gotta keep my head up. If I get sick, I get sick. But we're gonna just hope and pray.
yeah, that's the crazy thing, Yellow. That's for sure. That's kind of scary to think about. Is that people don't believe that this is like some kind of fake thing that's going on. It's like no, it's real. It's happening.
Like a lot of people in my area, it's this deep south, and a lot of people don't even think it exists. So like some extremely sick, but just going everywhere. They're still traveling, trying to go on cruises.
Yeah,
like they're going in Walmart and like don't even wipe down the buggies. Then just continue it's great. They're still buying everything, but they're not taking care of themselves. So
that's a crazy thing. Yeah, I totally understand, man. I totally understand. Me and my wife are first responders, so we have to deal with it every day. And just I was at the grocery store yesterday, just watching people like go in, bringing their kids. Like if they can stay at home, leave them at home. There's no reason to put them in that kind of environment and put them at risk for anything, because you don't know who else. Like I said, you don't know who else in that store is is contracting this stuff and giving it to everybody else inside the store. So you're putting your kids at risk, or even elderly and stuff like that. Like bringing your mom to it's like just leave her at home or let her stay in the car. If you really feel like she wants to get out of the house, just leave her in the car. There's no reason for your whole family to go in the grocery store and start shopping. So
right, I haven't left my house since last Friday. So
yeah. It sucks. It's not fun. I can't imagine being confined in my home, but if it's necessary to, help people, you're saving lives eventually. Or, in a sense, you're saving somebody's life from not going out, or maybe saving your own from putting yourself at risk. So it's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, oh well, I'll get off that topic. We could probably talk about that all day.
Right. True.
So. You've been streaming for 2 years. It's been a crazy journey. Was there any time you ever thought about giving up?
That's a good question. There's been very few. I think every creator goes for that what if kind of situation. I remember this one morning I woke up and it hit me. I was like, why am I doing this? Like, is this going to work out? Like, it just hit me one morning and it felt so horrible. And it was so new. Like, I was going on a good grind for a while and it just hit me for no reason. Like, it was weird. And I posted about it on Twitter, and then I got so much positive reinforcement about it. And I was like, holy cow. Like, I was just trying to come, say something I was scared about. And then I just got so much support and it kept me going. And I feel like if you have many reasons for what you do, it's going to be really hard to burn out and really hard to stop. Like, especially if you have a lot of people that around you that really care about what you do. If write down the things you're passionate about and why you do what you do, that will really help keep you going.
Exactly.
In my opinion.
Exactly, man. So, that's for sure.
Yeah, very few times. And every case is different. There's going to be people that wake up every day and be, weary about being a content creator. And I feel for those people, because that one day, legit, I remember to this day. So like knowing people that wake up every day to feeling like that, I can't even imagine the struggle.
Exactly.
Man.
Hopefully they find their inspiration, and hopefully their community backs them up. If they're really passionate about streaming, hopefully there's somebody behind them that keeps them going for sure. That's all we need. Just a little good push, a hug and a good push. That's all we need.
I feel like the people that legit their only reason for streaming is just turning it on and playing a game. I think they're more likely to burn out.
Yeah.
And that's why it's always important to look for different reasons and different aspects and the reasons you do what you do.
Yeah.
So
Exactly, man. That's crazy. Um, is there any advice that you could give somebody who's either thinking about starting or is like new to streaming itself? Maybe stuff that you learned from your mistakes.
yeah, absolutely. I said this a little while ago, but like I would suggest trying like content creators do many different things to get where they are. There's not one way to succeed. There's not one way to fail. But I think the best thing that helped me out was writing down everything I was doing every day, as well as writing down people I admire. Like I was like watching PewDiePie and Markiplier, and even going to Ninja, and then to smaller streamers. Like I was watching a bunch of smaller people on Mixer, and I was writing down everything they did that I really liked, how they engaged with people, why people like their content. And I was writing it down in books on likes and dislikes and just kind of going off that. I think that'd help a lot of people starting out, is just taking the time to study. Like a lot of people jump in, like you don't jump into a test and usually ace it without any prior knowledge. So it's good to study what you're passionate about. Absolutely.
Yeah. Have your priorities straight, like you said, having a good schedule set for yourself and keeping to that schedule. I know a lot of people like I'm not going to name drop anybody, but there was a couple people that, were coming to me and telling me that they've been streaming a month straight without stopping and taking a break. I'm like,
Oof.
Damn. I don't know how you do that.
If you're a huge streamer making a bunch of money every day and your job's completely streaming, I mean, even that seems rough. I couldn't, like, I saw someone, they said they've been streaming for like 60 something days nonstop. I'm like, how? Like, that's,
dude,
whew, man,
that's rough.
I mean, a lot of people think it's a hustle and a grind to just stream, but you got to do other things. Like people stream for 18 hours. Heck, I did it when I was like 15. I was streaming for like 12, 13 hours thinking it was a hustle or a grind. And it was just a big waste of time. It was a huge waste of time. I've seen people do charity streams, like 24-hour charity streams, and they get pissed because like nobody showed up and donated. And I'm like, well, I mean, you have like 10 followers on this. I mean, you maybe try to grow a little bit more on what you're doing and get the word out, like, because I think some people like try to do charities and stuff just to try to get those followers or something. I don't know, but
like
I mean, you
pity follows, I guess. Pity follows from just doing charities.
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't want that kind of stuff. You actually want genuine viewership for sure.
Yeah.
So. And that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, man, that's awesome though. I mean, I'm glad you gave that advice. Like I said, if there's anybody out there considering that kind of stuff, there's, like I said, there's tons of way to succeed and there's tons of way to fail. So as long as you're learning from your mistakes, and if you want to take notes, like Pink said, take notes of what you do. I mean, if that's what helps you grow and keeps you, going forward, for sure. I mean, it's definitely one way to do it. That's awesome.
I post a good bit of like streaming advice on Twitter every once in a while. So if you guys need there, my DMs are, I can't respond to everything, but usually I help out when streamers are really needing it. And even though streaming advice isn't really wanted on Twitter, but it still helps out a certain crowd. So it's always good to help out.
Yeah.
So
you're just giving people avenues to reach out to you, for sure. Like everything is right below Pink, guys. He have his Twitter handle, his Mixer handle. He's got YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
Thank you for that, by the way. I saw that a little while ago. I was like, hey, you got me hooked up.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, like I said, it seems like, I'm sure you have more than that. That was all I could fit in that little spot. I was like,
hey, that's perfect. They know where to find me if they need to.
There's plenty of ways to reach out to him. And if you wanted to drop, if there's anybody in your Discord that wants to drop the link for your Discord, go and drop it in chat. I'm in there. If anybody wants to join his Discord, be sure to follow him and
I appreciate that. I mean, I would suggest joining it if you're into play and just being that kind of thing. But that's up to you guys.
Hey, I'm here to spread the love and try to help as many people out as possible. So that's why I'm here. Man. That's what I love doing, for sure. So. Heck
yeah, I enjoy this. I enjoy these podcasts. Absolutely.
Awesome, dude. like I said, I'm always looking for new people to interview and stuff like this. I want to keep this going for as long as possible. I kind of screwed myself by getting rid of one of my monitors, but I'm actually kind of happy how this turned out. I'm able to still do everything I want to. It's just not going to look as clean as it usually does until I get my new adapter after all this COVID stuff is over.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Good.
We may do.
Hey,
We may do
yeah,
it.
do what you have to, man.
It still looks pretty good. What do you think has been the most shocking or surprising thing you've learned from since you started streaming?
The most shocking thing I've learned since streaming?
Yeah.
Gosh, I guess the that's a good question. It really helped teach me who was actually there for me and who's there to just use you and stab you in the back. Because, starting off, I was trying to, I was loving everybody. I was, giving everything I could. And then eventually, I found out they were just using me the whole time. And that's one thing it really had to teach me. Even my wife would be like, hey, they're just using you for this, or, they're going to come back and get you in the end. And I'd be like, oh, no, they're nice. And then they'd end up doing it anyways.
She saw through them already.
Yeah, it's really helped me grow. And, I'm really shocked at how much I grew, like, personally from that. So that really helped.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you have to get stabbed in the back a couple of times to learn, to learn
absolutely
how to not get stabbed. I guess I don't know what other way to word that, but unfortunately, there's just bad people out there. It sucks. It really does.
I learned to listen to my wife. That's a good one. Listening to your part, guys.
I'm glad my wife is not in here to see that or hear that.
Man.
She's busy at work right now. Oh, she's here. No, I'm caught.
Oh, hey. Yo, love you, Candy. Love you, boys.
She was just lurking.
Oh, man.
Oh my god. That's awesome. But yeah, man, I would say, like, I keep telling people, like, it's just amazing to meet people across the world. Like, I didn't think I was going to see many people out of Texas, but especially when I started playing FIFA, dude, I got to meet people from all over the world, different countries, and learn about them. I've learned so much about the UK and I had a couple of followers from Cyprus. I didn't even know where the hell Cyprus was until they told me. Like, it's next to Greece. I'm like, that's crazy. It's amazing to meet so many people.
It is nuts. It is nuts. I'll be selling merch, and I'll go into my workplace and ship off stuff, and like they were like, this one's going to Alaska, and this one's to Canada. They're like, what? How do you meet these people? I said, streaming just really helps. It's easy to meet people around the world that way.
Yeah, exactly, man. There's so many awesome people out there we've yet to meet too. That's what kind of keeps me going too. Is like, I can't wait to meet more and more awesome people. Texas is absolutely the best state, Dave. Absolutely, hands down.
I've ever been through Texas too. Dude. Mississippi best state. We about to get a fight over there.
Oh no, yeah, that's all right.
Mississippi's okay. I enjoy living in the South.
I love the South
for the most part.
Texas is absolutely the best autumn. I don't care.
Breeze.
I don't care what you think. It's absolutely the best. Miss me with Mississippi.
That'd look good on a shirt.
Those are fighting words. It's okay.
Oh, I did yellow. See, I forget things. Yeah, I guess that was. Yeah, I guess I did go in January. My bad.
Oh yeah, you do. You got to see a little bit of it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I hope you enjoyed your time. And actually, we had really good weather during PAX South. I was really surprised.
Oh yeah, it was great.
The weather was actually decent those couple of days. I was worried. Like, I think 2019 was my first PAX South, and it was so freaking cold. Like, the wind was like blowing at 50 miles an hour, and it was
the
like,
wind was nuts. Yeah, I feel. Ooh, if you were a small person at PAX South this past year, you had to been careful.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like,
yeah, Dave, it's not that bad. I don't consider San Antonio South, like South Texas. Like, once everything be like below San Antonio, that's what I figured. San Antonio is like Central Texas. Anything below San Antonio is actually South Texas. I feel like that's like, yeah, I feel like San Antonio is like the cutoff line. Like, anything below San Antonio is South. Maybe, I don't know if everybody's here in the South. You're from North Texas. It is a huge state. Like, it literally takes, it's like I think it's 12. No, it's not 12 hours. I think it's like maybe a little over 12 hours from El Paso to Houston. Like it's insane. And you said you drove 12 hours, right, Pink?
Yeah, we drove. I can't even remember driving a Butch. Like it was horrible. I was asleep in the back seat for a little bit of it.
Yep. You met me and played with on PUBG. Oh, yeah, you did carry me. Yeah, you carried me on PUBG. You're from Pennsylvania. Nice, dude. Awesome.
I'm at Boys on VR chat.
Wow.
Yeah, you meet a lot of cool people in there.
That's great, dude. I'm definitely gonna have to catch one of those. I definitely want to see you stream that
Oh,
stuff.
they're fun. They're fun, man. They're great.
That's crazy.
I'm usually this big, ugly mole rat, naked mole.
Naked mole rat.
Yeah, he's like a big, thick meatball of a meat set, kind of disgusting, whatever. Like it's pretty nasty.
That's crazy. All right. Do you have anybody that you can go to, or anybody that encourages you as a content creator? Oh, I know you talked about PewDiePie, right? So is there anybody else that you really go to, like inspires you to stream?
Yeah. See, there's many different things. Like I choose PewDiePie for his work ethic. Like he works like daily and so hard. I love Markiplier for how he connects with his audience and just how great of a person he really is. He's really sweet. He has like just amazing content, amazing guy. And my wife loves watching Markiplier, and like I don't even like it's just great. He's a great dude. Let's see. I do watch a bunch of Mixer streamers just for to hang out and chill. But as far like, I don't know. I would say Ninja, but really he's just skilled at the game. Like he's got mild entertainment, but he's like really skilled at it, and that's one reason he has a big audience. So I try to kind of watch and write down why people would potentially watch that person.
Yeah, for sure.
And then of course, I'm not a copy of all of them. It's just myself. I'm inspired by just how hard these guys work, or like their kind of personalities.
I would say Ninja for his business model.
Oh, absolutely. His business model, like the way, like his, that's where I get so many amazing, or my idea from, because, he has his little ninja bands and he has his own shoe brand now. And like, he's always working on stuff. And me and my wife, that's really helped me, because I make my shirts through the business I was working at. I have my own pop sockets. We have a button maker. We make our own buttons.
That's good.
We get decals and coffee mugs made through the business next to mine. And just like we're always coming up with great stuff going on. So
that's good. Dude.
That's why I get inspired by all these creators to do that.
Yeah, that's definitely one to do it, and especially if you can do it yourself, you're saving yourself a lot of money too. So that's great. Yeah, he has a huge deal with Adidas, so he has Adidas shoes now. Excuse me.
Yeah, he's got his own character in Fortnite. He's easily brandable. That's why it's really important to kind of, get your stuff brandable, man. Like, it's good to do that. Yes, sir. Like, I know that's one thing that really helps me continue, because my tweets don't get crazy traction, because I steer away from like really a lot of negative side of Twitter, which a lot of streamers try to look for, because a lot of people are worried about the amount of likes and retweets they get over the quality. And me worrying about the quality of people around me has really helped out. I have people from Mixer following me. Of course, the Mixer itself followed me, which was really nice. I have Microsoft comment on my tweets, and I had someone from Microsoft even drew a picture of me a while back, which just blew me away. I just got put in a Mixer's Clips of the Week video alongside Shroud, Ninja. Wow. And Salsasaurus, a lot of amazing creators. Like, all this stuff is going down, and it doesn't go along for a lot of creators, because I watch my vibe. Like, I watch the content I put out, and and watch what I put online. Some people don't care about what the stuff they tweet, and I think they really should. Yeah. And so just watch what you put.
Yeah, because how is Mixer gonna want to market you if you're out there putting negative stuff all the time? They're not gonna want to push that stuff out there. They're not gonna consider you for being a partner, because they don't want, because you are like I said, a branch of their brand. If you're being a negative person.
There's Mixer partners that can't keep a 2 to 3 viewership,
Yeah.
And people going like, what? Well, how did these people partner? Like, what's Mixer doing? But it's people that were doing well, and then Mixer partner them, and Mixer doesn't really unpartner people unless they just completely screw up
Yeah.
on something. And it just it's these people that don't really watch what they put online. Mixer doesn't really want to broadcast their stuff everywhere because just how they run their content. So it's just good to do your thing.
Yeah, they're not gonna
Thanks,
put you.
but he love you, Candy.
Yeah, they're not gonna put you on the front page or anything like that. They're not gonna try to market you at all. So it's just gotta be careful.
Yeah.
If that's something we want to do, guys. Just be careful and be mindful of what you say. There's always time to bring up discussions in tweets or any kind of social media, but they're gonna go back and look at your social media, and if you're being a negative person, I'm sure they'll have to unpartner you. You can't be like that. You're representing them.
And if a big one, if you're any kind of creator, like, and if you like if you're using a platform you've been using like most of your life, go back and like delete things that stupid things you said as a kid.
Yeah.
That because people will go back like years and find something you said and like post it, and people will put that as part of your personality now. Like, so some people just don't care. Like, well, they said this before. They're obviously a horrible person.
Yeah,
So-
just don't put it on social media. Keep it to yourself. Or confide in somebody that you trust is not going to leak it out, because I mean they can
Well,
get
you
in
can't
trouble.
even do that much anymore, sadly.
Yeah.
You got to watch what you send to your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Streamers in trouble right now for that.
Yeah.
Things they sent to their friend a few years ago. Like, so it's crazy.
Yeah, it is, man, for sure. Just be mindful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You
almost
gotta
like
really want to be a content creator, streamer, to be able to put up with everything that comes at you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna be put on the spotlight, and you can be put on notice for sure. So I have no choice but to watch what I say at all, because for my work I can't say anything. I can't tweet anything out. It's gonna look bad at all. So believe me, there's so much stuff I want to say, but I can't. I'm not going to. I'll just I'll yell about it and vent to my wife about it if I have to.
Yeah, I mean, she said it's like being a celebrity. It a public figure, just like anybody. Like, streaming's like the biggest thing right now, and it's growing every day, and it's gonna continue to grow. And if you're successful in what you do, your stuff's gonna be in front of everybody. You'll be on a podcast. I could be on Dillydog's podcast right now. He could bring up a tweet from a year ago, but like, you said that you hate this.
I was
like,
waiting to
what's
the
that
end to
about?
do that.
And they could be like, "What's?" I listen to so many podcasts, and I've seen that so many times where they'll be like, "Okay, so March the 20th of 1997, you said this. Why did you say that?" And they'll be like, "Oh, you really went digging for that, didn't you?" And then like you'll have to bring it up because you're on national television. Like, so like, and it's just insane. So you gotta be super careful.
For sure, man.
Andy. Man.
Oh my god. That's crazy. Let me see what else. I think that's mainly it for all the stream stuff. I was just gonna get into more personal stuff, nothing too crazy, if you don't mind. If you don't want to answer anything, just tell me. Shut up and don't answer that. Don't ask that question.
Okay.
Well, I wanted to get in behind your name. So how did you come up with your name and your logo?
That's a good one. The night came from sorry, words. This one always baffles me. The night, I've always been fascinated by how chivalrous knights were and how they were the ones known to protect people. I don't know how historically correct they all were. No, Whisper, I'm good. But I just always loved watching them, drawing them. My grandparents had a book where they would print off little sheets of knights, and I would be coloring them all the time at their house. And it was just something I really grew up loving. Then Game of Thrones came out, made me even love it even more because I really loved the series. And I wanted that to be a part of it because I always wanted to see myself as like a protector, someone that made others feel safer, feel protected. And I wanted that. I wanted people to feel that. And when they saw my logo, I wanted them to feel the same.
Okay.
The same way I felt when I thought of knights.
Yeah.
The pink comes from breast cancer awareness. It's just something I really support, especially in October. One of my I had a friend I made on MySpace when I was really young, and I was like 10 years old. I met her on MySpace in a little. If you ever had that, it was like a chat little window where some people be like, "I want to talk about my race car collection," or "I want to talk about this." And I saw one that said, "I'm looking for a friend." And I was like, "Well, that's what a coincidence! I'm looking for a friend too."
Mm-hmm.
And I clicked on it, and it took me to her profile, and I messaged her. I said, "Hey, nice to meet you." I didn't give my age or anything because who wants to talk to like a 10-year-old? And me, I had no friends whatsoever. I was despised in my school. I was bullied on a daily basis by my friends and family, and I had no one to turn to. And it's important to have an outlet of some sort. I wish
Yeah.
streaming was a thing back then. That would have been super cool.
Yeah.
And it probably was, but just I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
And so I talked to her, and then we became really good friends on MySpace, and we would talk every day. And she eventually said, "You probably don't want to be my friend." I said, "Why? I don't care. Let's be friends. I'm down." And she said, "Well, I have breast cancer." And I was like, "Oh, it's okay. I'm sure you'll get to feeling better." I was so confused by what she meant. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I just like, "No, it's okay. I love you anyways. And we're good." And we would talk every day after school. I'd share stories, and she'd share stories about her stuff. And we just did that for weeks on end. And I just fell in love with like not like a love, like me and my wife, just as a friend, because it was the only person in the world that ever gave me the time of day.
Yeah.
And I was infatuated with them. And one day they just didn't respond. I was like, "That's weird. She must have been like busy or something, or passed out." And another day goes by, and nothing happens. And I'm starting to get a little worried. I was like, "That's weird. I wonder if it's the cancer. Maybe she got sick or something." I didn't even look it up. Like, I was just thought she meant she was sick.
Mm-hmm.
And a few more days go by, and I'm just so depressed. I was like, "Well, dang, I guess I said something to make her hate me."
Mm-hmm.
And and another week comes by, and I get a message from her. And I was like so weird. I was so excited. I was like, "Here she is." It was on her profile, and she says, or it wasn't her. She says, "This is Amy." Her name was Amy. She said, "This is Amy's sister. She's I'm sorry for just not getting back with anyone. I just went through her recents, and I'm here to tell you that she passed away 2 weeks ago."
Damn. Dude.
And from breast cancer. And thank you for making her life as wonderful it is, and giving her someone to talk to. And that, it just hit me so hard, because I was so confused. I didn't know what death meant.
Yeah.
And there was a message she left. It said, thank you. She named me and a few other people. She said, "Thank you for making the last little few months of my life worth living, and for just being who you were." And after she passed away, I was like so devastated. I was like, I lost the only friend I had. But one thing she taught me is that I wasn't unlovable, and that I was gonna go and make other friends. So it did help me move on. And like I kept it inside for like a decade. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell my wife. So I just kept it buried inside the whole time. And I remember, when I started like a year into my streaming, someone asked me, I did a little get to know me kind of stream, and someone asked, and I was like, "God, why'd they have to ask that?" And I told them, and I just broke down, and it was so weird because it was the first time I ever said it to anybody.
Yeah.
But it was a huge present just lifted off my shoulders, because it was something I kept with me. And I would go back and read her message on my MySpace for like, ever since I saw it. I even had it posted on my MySpace page just to remember until it was there until, the last day, until they took MySpace down and changed it to what it is today.
Yeah.
And, but I guess it did help me move on, not seeing it there.
Yeah. Has a little bit of closure for sure. So
yeah, a little bit of closure. But, I like to know I did help make someone's last few months something special.
Exactly.
And that's why I wanted to live on that memory as P1nkKnight.
That's great, dude. That is freaking great. And hopefully she's up there looking down on you now, and she's just proud of what you did for sure.
I'm sure she is.
She's proud of you, man. You've come a long way, like I said, creating an awesome community and still representing her and not only her, but anybody that surviving from breast cancer or fighting breast cancer right now. So that's great.
Thank you. I did host a charity for it last year, and I will continue to do that for a long time. Which is funny because one thing that's funny is because when as a partner you get streaming managers, and of course her name is Amy, of course.
Of course.
So that was pretty interesting.
That's great, dude. I'm glad you can continue to do that, man. That's awesome. That's great of you. It's very honorable for sure. So hopefully you can keep doing it and continue for a long, long freaking time.
Mm-hmm. That's one thing that really, like I said, it's good to have do the things you do, and one of them is living on her memory and continue to raise money for breast cancer awareness.
That's great, dude. That's awesome, man. I'm trying to think. I think that's it. Unless you have any questions, anybody have questions for Pink himself? I'll let y'all think about that. If y'all do have any questions, put them in chat, and we'll definitely ask you. So,
yeah, and any questions are fine, absolutely. And thanks for donating those embers. Dilla Dog really deserves those, man.
I wasn't gonna say anything. Like I said, I don't want to interrupt anything. When anybody's answering a question, stuff like that.
Yeah, it was a weird time.
I do appreciate that help. Well, thank you for the embers, dude. I asked a question earlier, but I didn't realize you had a lot more questions left.
What was the question?
I'm always asking. I have a ton of questions.
Hey, Woo. Hey, Kitty.
Ooh, how did Pink
meet his wife?
Let's go. Let's hear this story.
I was in high school. I was a sophomore. I think I was a sophomore. She would know exactly. And I had classes at the Votech, which was a little building next to my high school. And I was like the only person in my class that had it. It was business computer tech. And so I would go to lunch, and then I would be bored and just sit there. And then I started going to the building early, and I found out the people that were in the class before me were from some of them were from like two different schools from around me. And I got really close with them. The teacher said it was cool for me to hang out. So they were really cool, really nice. And one of them was like, hey, there's this girl you should, I had this friend looking for somebody. She just broke up with somebody. And I was like, okay, I'm with someone, but give me them digits. Let me see what they look like. I know that sounds horrible. But I was in a really abusive relationship at the time. And you need to understand, like the girls, I was like 16, she was like 19 in college. Her dad was threatening to find me and kill me, and it was really weird. And she was threatening. It was sad because she was threatening to kill herself if I left her. So it was a really abusive situation. So I was looking to get out of it for a while, and this was like the spark I needed to like eventually leave. So I ended things with that girl, and then got with my wife today, and then we dated for a long ass time. So like almost a decade. Yeah. So I'm really happy she got with me because she's freaking awesome.
That's great, dude. That's really great.
Let's see. Thank you so much, Hubbold. I appreciate you being here. You're so kind.
Yes, guys. If you don't follow P1nkKnight, like definitely give him a follow. Anybody in my community, drop him a follow. Show him some love. He's an awesome dude for sure. And I appreciate everybody that's coming in from your community. Y'all been absolutely freaking amazing.
Absolutely. You guys make sure to follow Dilla Dog, man. He's awesome. Hey, Toilet.
Y'all are amazing.
Let's see. You asked a question, what else do you write down on your book and you haven't mentioned? It seems like a really useful tool, and I want to know more about how you use it. It's actually a calendar, and I write down what days I stream. I would write, I don't do it much anymore just because I'm doing so much else, and it's been going really well. I really want to get back into it, but as like when I was scared me. I love you,
hug time.
Yeah, you scared the crap out of me. I was in the zone. It's okay. I love you. I love you, sweetheart.
That was awesome.
No, I'm good, babe. Thank you, though. But as far as the book goes, it was a calendar, and I would put what days I streamed, what game I streamed. I would write down like all the followers I got on my Instagram, Twitter, and Mixer, just to keep updated. And I would write down like if anything crazy happened, like any kind of donation. So I had that book, and then I had another book like the one you just mentioned, where I would write down the things I liked and disliked about different streamers. If they were, it didn't matter if they were partnered or not. I would kind of write down how they made me feel when I went to the stream. If I felt invited, if I felt a reason to stay, like if I was actually engaged. Because I'm not into those streams where they spend like their whole time in watching the game, and if they're really good at it, like that's not my type of creator. Now a lot of people like that kind of content, but that's not my type. Like I want to feel engaged. I want to feel important. I'm not being like I'm pink. I want to feel important. So make me feel important. It's just I want to kind of feel that connection. Exactly. With that content creator, and I would write that down. And if there was people I'd co-stream with and they said something like really awful or something I really did not agree with, I'd kind of write that down, like what they said, like the reasoning behind it, and I would kind of know not to try to avoid that kind of situation in the future by not working with that person. So in the other way around, if they did something I really liked or really respected, I would write that down. So like I would just kind of like that.
Just taking mental notes, just actually putting them into words.
Yeah, write down. Yeah. Absolutely. If you have any ideas, write it down. Me to write down things that I think are good ideas or ways. Like I'm always thinking of things to help engage more with my audience on the stream and on Discord, and just so I don't forget.
Exactly. That's very smart, dude. Very, very smart. I know I'm always at work. Like work is like the most time I have to myself. So I'm always thinking of stuff, and I always forget to like either put it in my phone or somewhere. Like I really do need to have like a notepad with me. That way I can actually put down stuff.
It's super important. A lot of people don't really worry about it, but having a notepad is extremely important. Yeah. Have it next to your bed. Have it next to you while you're at work, because you're always going to come up with something cool.
And then you're going to forget about it. I'm very forgetful. I have horrible memory.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Horrible memory. That's awesome.
Let's see. We going on to the next question about college?
Yeah, I think somebody asked you if you went to college or which one you did.
I did go to college after high school, and it was continuing because I heard you could make a lot of money, and I didn't really. But I was good at it. And so I went to college for that, and I was bored the first year because I knew everything already. And then the second year came around, and I had a lot to learn finally. And but still I wasn't really happy with it. I was kind of bored. I didn't really enjoy it. And that's what really got me to leading to my depression. Okay. I actually ended up failing a class. So they let me walk, but I ended up they were going to make me go back. But then I was like, screw this. I didn't want to go back anyways because I didn't want to be going drafting. And I actually forgot that I failed a class. And I just told myself that, I should try to get a job in it. And then I found out and then I remembered I'd failed a class. So, but it really got to me because I didn't want to do that. I wanted to entertain people. I didn't want to be a drafting. And that's what really led into my depression because people wanted me to go back to college. People wanted me to get a job in drafting. And it's just not what I wanted to do. And they kept trying to push me into that. And, I felt bad to my, she was my girlfriend at the time because I felt like she deserved a guy that would give her, get her more money or get her, have a decent paying job. Yeah. And it was risky for me to jump into streaming. I mean, I've had a full-time job ever since, but it was still risky. But we went for it anyways. And she pushed me every step of the way.
That's great, man. It's awesome to have that kind of support for sure. Like you definitely need somebody behind you and behind the scenes to keep you pushing forward. That's
absolutely
awesome, dude. Hubble, thank you again, dude. Thank you so much.
Good question, guys. Good question, those, by the way, guys. You're awesome.
For sure. This is definitely your time, guys. If you have any questions, drop those questions for him for sure. Drop those questions.
Yeah, yellow's beautiful, man. Amber hype, man.
Amber
hype, dude.
I used to be able to spin my chair, but before I had to move setups, and now I can't even I'm kind of
I was talking about.
I'm restricted.
Story, my name story, spinning around the chair. Amber. Man. And sorry for any tears, guys, if I caused that, but I'm just want to be honest with you guys.
Absolutely. Ooh. Ginger said, "When is Yellow Knight going to take over Pink Knight?"
We actually have a card on Stream Loots that makes it to where she can take over my stream for like a certain amount of time. She actually has taken over my stream during a VR chat, some gameplay one time, and she actually did really well. She did really good. And it was really fun watching her.
That's awesome. Toilet Space Pink, what made you stream? Well, you kind of missed that earlier, but I'm sure if he wants to answer again, he can for sure.
Yeah, you can watch the recording toilet because we did go into depth, but a short answer is just the fact that a lot of my family was in the entertainment business, and I wanted to do something about it. But they are a bunch of singers, and a few are actors. Even though I do like acting, I wanted to bring it to like a 2019 or it was a 2018 kind of feel. With streaming was really big, so that's why I got into streaming. And my mostly supportive wife all the way. A lot of my family was kind of, they're like, why don't you get, I heard so much, why don't you get a real job? There's people around me saying, why don't you go out and see the light? Because they thought I was just gaming all the time. But I was like, I have a strict schedule. Like I was streaming like, certain days of the week, but I was still getting crap all the time. So like being supportive was definitely my wife. And then my family eventually came around.
Oh yeah, for sure. That is great. A big ups to Yellow Knight for sure. She deserves a lot of credit.
Bro, if you keep asking me to play Warzone, dude, I swear, he keeps asking me that. Are you going to do full-time streaming? It's funny because this past January, but my job told me they weren't going to need me, but then they ended up needing me. But now that I'm fired, I have been jumping into like full-time. If I was getting the amount of support that I was, after losing my job, a lot of people, felt really bad for me, and my wife losing one of her jobs, and a lot of people came together to help, support. And if I was getting that kind of like crazy like support, even it just half of the support I gotten over the past week, like every week, like I could do it full time probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's tough. It's really tough to be a full time streamer anytime because. I mean, we just hit 100 subs, and that's freaking awesome. And I think that's like I get like 250 a piece. So what is that? Like
200 wait.
Yeah, 250 bucks,
250
right?
bucks, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean 250 is like that's a month. Just as far as sub counts, 250 bucks, that's incredible, but that's not going to pay for all my bills. Like that's not even paying for all of my electricity bill.
Yeah.
That's but I've been getting donations, and that adds into it. If I could get some advertisers, like if I could get what's the word,
like sponsors.
If I could get some kind of sponsorship, like, which I need to work more on that, and I'm going to while I have time off, I definitely could try to do it full time. But as of right now, there's no way I could. Good question though.
Yeah, some people just don't realize how much work it takes for sure, and yes, you do receive compensation for the subs and stuff like that. But I guess maybe people are misconstrued about it. They think it's really easy to go full time when they don't realize how much it takes. Like it really does take a lot of money.
It does.
There's no way I could ask my wife to pay all the bills while I'm full time streaming. I mean, it's just
yeah. I mean, 100 subs is absolutely insane. Like a month ago, or like 2 weeks ago, I was at like down to 40, and that was the lowest I've ever been. And I was like, dang, I'm doing horrible. And then I found out other partners couldn't even keep like 5 subs. Some people, some partners haven't even been subbed to in months.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I guess I'm doing all right. So I just kept going. And then we went up I started setting goals and hit 50 again. I was like, wow, this is the highest we've ever been, guys, 50. And that was like a week or so ago. And then we started hitting 60 and 70. And I was like, holy crap, what is going on? So we've had a lot of really, and that wasn't from the people feeling bad about me losing my job. Like we were 90 the other day before it even happened. Yeah. And it's been so humbling and so sweet that people, care that much to put that much into the my content.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you have that other job, Yellow, for sure. I mean, without that, I mean, y'all would be really screwed. So it's crazy.
Yeah, we dated 6.5 years, me and my and then got married on our 7-year anniversary.
That's great. I think me and my wife have been together for coming up on. I think August would be our 11th year dating anniversary.
That's awesome, man.
We've been married 4 years in May. So
that's incredible.
11, almost 11.
I swear, dude. Quit bringing up Raid Shadow Legends, man. Okay, I did that in the Mixer. A little funny, we have meetings with all the Mixer partners, and like they were talking like a bunch of serious stuff, and then and I got in the middle of it, and I was like, "Have you guys heard of Raid Shadow Legends?" And they're like, "They all over me crazy." Man, I love being stupid, man.
You're just a different breath of fresh air to them, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Why do certain streamers think that they can get partnership if they're making big money and can get in there and can jack their job in? I'm sure you need seeking sponsorships.
See, Hubbard, that is just a common like mess up with streamers. They think if they get partnered, they're good to go. They're gonna make a buttload of money, and that's just how some people see it. I mean, they eventually see that it messes up, like when they get it, because a lot of people want this. They'd rather have a partnership than an actual community, and that's a huge problem. Like they'll try to get bots, they'll try to get their communities to lurk. A huge problem mixing right now is lurk communities. Where I see a lot of streamers, partnered and unpartnered, will have like 300 plus viewers, but no one talking. Like it's okay to have, some people don't want to talk, but if you have up to 300 people in your chat, you should have some sort of movement. Yeah. And that's a huge problem because these people are on the top of the streaming every day. Like all they got to do is start their stream, and they have 300 people on their channel, and they'll be at the top. And then when people come into Mixer and they see, wow, this person's got to be an amazing person on Mixer, they have 350 viewers. They get in there, no one's talking, and they're extremely boring. And, that leads people away anyways. They're like, well, I'm going back to Twitch because obviously there's no talent here if the top people are this boring and, like, have nobody talking. So, like, I even made a video about how mass lurking is killing a lot of streaming. And a lot of people, I got a lot of hate from it. And a lot of people, I mean, I got a lot of love from it, but a lot of people are like, how dare you hate on the lurk community? I was like, no, it's just people making it overboard. Too much of something, too much of anything is can be bad. So
absolutely, man.
I know I'm throwing up of the mouth, but
that's okay.
That's something I'm really like.
You're passionate about.
Yeah, I've been asking for my community to try to lurk if they can for the help with the charities, but just. But still the chats are very active, and I'm still engaging the same way I am. It's the fact that people think that they're doing really well streaming by having no one talking is really killing a platform. So,
well, I want to answer your question. I want to talk about something too, Hubble. Is that partnership is just the very beginning for you. Like, if you really want to make money from creating content, partnership is just like the first step. Like, once you get partnership, it's just another step for you to get to the top. I mean, just think about Ninja. He used his content to get him to the top, of the platform on Twitch. Just being the top of Twitch for a long time got him to get the deal with the Mixer and Microsoft, and now he's moved on to bigger and bigger things. Like, I think from what I heard, and I can't confirm it whether or not, but the reason he moved from Twitch to Mixer is that Twitch wouldn't allow him to make outside deals like the deal he got with Adidas, like Microsoft would have let him. And that was like one of the big things that he wanted to get away from, is to branch out and actually create this huge business and this empire that he has out today, and that was just moving over to Mixer. Okay, yeah, exactly. Confirmed, but they didn't have any.
Yeah, and also there's a huge thing on Twitch where a lot of companies see Twitch as a unbrandable platform. Like Microsoft Mixer, that's easily brandable with almost any company. Like when they see Microsoft, they're like, holy cow, that's a great company to work with. But a lot of people will see Twitch and they see all the crap that they were allowing streamers to do over the the past like half or so decade. And people don't want to work with that because, a lot of people are messing up on Twitch, and, it gives a really bad vibe to Twitch. Mm-hmm. And it's just really hard to get sponsors from there sometimes. Yeah. So that's a huge thing, too. And Ninja's career was fading on Twitch. He was, he was losing a lot of his viewership on Twitch, and he was wanting to get out and work on something else. And he wants to be more. I'm not just, making this up. I've watched a lot of his, interviews and stuff. He wants to do more things like go on talk shows. He wants more stuff like the shoe brands he did. He wants that kind of life. He wants the public figure kind of life instead of getting away a little bit from streaming and working more on that. He wants to be on more Ellen DeGeneres and a bunch of other stuff like that. So
and he's been able to do that since then, from what I've seen.
Yeah, he's going to Mixer was an incredible thing. A lot of people said, "Oh, it's money." Money was a part of it, but now he gets to do everything he wanted to do. He doesn't have to stream like a certain amount of time every single day like he did with Twitch. Now he has a little bit more freedom, and freedom means a lot more to people than some people think.
Yeah, now, I feel like with with when he was streaming on Twitch, it was a job. Like he was required to survive, and it was his livelihood to survive every day, like to pay his bills and stuff like that. But now that he's moved to Mixer, like he has that contract. Like he said, he doesn't have to stream every day. Like Mixer is now his side deal, and everything he does outside of that with Adidas and with talk shows and whatever else he does outside of Mixer is his actual job itself. Like I said, he wants to be a public figure and not so much just be known for a content creator. And
Absolutely.
So I think he's one of the perfect examples of how to make it in content creation. Use content creation as a stepping stone. Don't let it be your end, your finish line.
So. Absolutely, man.
That's great, then. Yeah, he's still gaming. He loves gaming. He'll never stop playing games. Just wait until Halo comes out. He is gonna be on fire. He's gonna be on fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Partnership is an early step. I mean, a lot of people. My goal when I started streaming was to get partnership by a year's time of me streaming. I know that's a super crazy goal, but I wanted to hit it. And I wanted that. That was a goal for me, but I worried about content, community, first, and then, the viewership came along with it. And I also worked on my Discord after we made that. Worked really hard at finding the reason we wanted it. Like we did a bunch of different things in my Discord when we first started. Like we were helping models, we were helping like people doing music, and we lowered it down to mainly art and cosplay because there was just so much going down.
Okay.
And we do have some music people in there, and that's great, but we did kind of narrow it down to a few different things, so that really helped. Partnership's huge. It definitely should be treated like that, and it should, it's not just something given easily. Like I said, the people that have like 2 to 3 viewers can't get any. That Mixer just, they don't unpartner people, and it's just people that really need to focus on their content. Some people think they hit partner and then give up and just go with it, and they think they don't have to try to keep making content because they think they have that check mark.
Yeah. As like I said, it's just the beginning for you. Once you get partners, just you gotta continue to grind. It doesn't stop for you at all. You gotta keep working as hard as you did when you were trying to get partnership, for sure. So, yeah, it's awesome, dude. I'm very happy for you. Like I said, man, you're doing some amazing things over there, and I'm glad to see all the success that is coming. It's definitely deserved for you and your community. You're definitely an inspiration for a ton of people. That's great.
Thank you, man.
That's great. Does anybody else have any questions, or Pink? Do you have any questions for the chat or the answer, or anybody else? This is your time. This is all about you.
I mean, this is kind of just it's a little off topic, but it's very important when you're wanting to become a content creator. Your brand is everything when it comes to making any kind of money. So try to start off making a good brand, get you a good logo. Don't be I would suggest not using your Snapchat Bitmoji as your gaming logo. I would suggest not throwing like different logos, like throwing like, for example, like a McDonald's logo. And let's say you love McDonald's, like not use their logo. You want to make your own brand at the get-go. Try to get a good name that means something to you. Get a good logo, because it's going to be really important to your brand down the road. Watch what you say, like we talk about, and your brand is going to be what brings in the money eventually as a content creator. And you want people knowing your name. So a lot of people know me as P1nkKnight. They don't really know me as Bram or my real name. Yeah. So, but yeah, so focus on your brand, and definitely get on Twitter. A lot of content creators are scared of Twitter, scared of like these different platforms, but Twitter is definitely a good one to be on. But yeah, I mean, that's just little extra knowledge for anyone wanting to do it.
I stream for fun as it's hard for me to commit and don't have time because of my job. I build submarines for the mod Android. Fun time is hard. I'm always on Mixer. Okay. Answer my last question, dude. I mean, not an Android.
Yeah. Okay. Cut out for a second, so I was trying to listen. There you go.
Sorry.
Okay. No, you're fine.
I mean, humbled. I mean, if it's just for fun, just treat it as that, man. Don't take it seriously at all. Just, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. Just stream when you can. If you can't, then don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. You know, when
Yeah.
you have the time to fully commit, then you can really start taking it seriously. Then you can, you know, get your brand situated. I mean, you can do all this behind the scenes stuff right now since you don't have the time to stream. Like this would be the perfect time to put your name out there, start building a community, get your name. People will see Hubbled. Oh, I know who he is. He's in so and so's chat all the time. You know, now you can like, and then you can kind of start throwing out the fact that you start streaming, and then people are going to come watch you. Like you could do all the behind stuff scenes right now. This would be the perfect time for you to build that community without having to actually stream. Like that's what I did for the longest time until I got my PC. All I did was just be in people's channels all the time. And when I started streaming, dude, I had like 10 to 15 people right off the rip from starting streaming without having to like go out there and find different followers and stuff like that. So that's the hard part. Going from 0 to like maybe 10 consistent viewers is probably one of the hardest things to do.
I know. I remember the day I went to 10. I got to 10 viewers, and it was so magical.
Yeah, it's really hard.
I was streaming Fallout 4 or whatever, and I hit 10 people. It went from 9 to 10 for the first time, and I was like, holy cow. And then it went to like 15, 16. I was like, holy cow, I'm about to get 20 viewers.
Yeah. It's crazy. For sure, man. Am I aiming for a partnership? Yeah, it would be nice to be a partner here on Mixer. But it's not one of my priorities right now. Like, the thing with me is that my work schedule is so inconsistent. I'm kind of in the same spot where you are. I don't have the capability to have a set schedule as of right now. Once I am, then I'm really going to start taking it seriously, and then I'll actually start making the push for a partner. It's just I can only stream on my days off, and I am in a 14-week period. I'm only off 7 days, and then I can't stream all 7 days because, you know, I still need time for me, still need time for the wife and everything.
Yeah.
So basically, at this point, I can stream. On my short week, I can stream 4 days. And then on my long week, I could probably stream 1 or 2 days. Like, it's so inconsistent. It sucks. So, but once I'm aiming to switch to go to a different position in my job. Once that happens, I'm hoping sometime in the summertime. And then I'll be able to have like that normal 8 to 5 kind of work schedule and be off every weekend. And then I'll have a set schedule where I can stream, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and then be off, you know, the rest of the week, you know. So that's just one of my the things I'm going through right now. It's just a huge dilemma, and I've noticed it in my follower count on my streamer, you know, my viewership count, that it's not as consistent as I want it to be. Like, I think when I first started streaming, I was off every Thursday and Friday. I got off of work at 10 p.m. and I could stream from 11 p.m. to like 3 in the morning. So I would stream. Basically, my Monday would be Saturday. So I would stream Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 4 days in a row from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. And that's perfect. That was a perfect schedule. For me, at least. I love the vampire schedule. And I would do my monthly viewership, or my monthly followership was 200 followers per month. I was on fire for the first couple of months. And then I switched my schedule and I could see it just dive down. Like, cause I don't have that consistency anymore, and that's what I think that's what happened. It's just I'm not able to stream the days that I want to consistently. You know, I'm popping up here and there every once in a while, and it sucks. It really does suck. But I mean, I still treat it as just a fun thing to do right now. And as soon as I hit that schedule, then I think I'm gonna take it more seriously, and then we'll make the push for a partnership. It's coming. I'm not in a rush. I have a full-time job, so it's not a huge thing for me to get it right now.
Heck yeah, Hobolt. I'm glad to help people. Like I said, people are like terrified sometimes to message me because they see my little check mark or my follower number, and they're like, "Wait, this guy." And you know, it's funny sometimes when I do talk to people, they're like, "Holy cow, this guy's talking to me. That's crazy." Like, you know, I'm a real person.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you don't annoy me, I'm gonna respond to you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Crazy. I try to be helpful. I really do. Like last night, someone called. You know, Kitty in the chat was calling me about someone didn't pay her for an art piece and was giving her issues and asking my advice. And, you know, like I called her up and was helping through that. Like I enjoy helping people. I really do. And some partners, you know, or not, I mean, streamers in general, some people won't let on everything. But, you know, I don't have any secrets. I mean, I tell people what's up. things I
Exactly.
did, things I avoided. I avoid negativity on Twitter. People will say, "Oh, if you block people, you're a baby," but like I don't have time for childishness. If I
Yeah.
see someone like post negative stuff all the time, it's easy block. I don't have to. I don't want to see their stuff. It's gonna mess with me.
Yeah.
You see people. There's people making fun of like people were like, "Oh, people think streaming's a job." I just move on. I don't jump in there, and be like, "How dare you say this?" or like jump in there and give them that. Because it's just people looking for, it's just trolls, man. Like
Yeah.
you gotta learn how to deal with trolls.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. Dave, yeah, that was one of the things I had to. I'm going back to your question or your statement earlier that the whole internet issues. I'm fortunate enough to have, I think my upload speed right now is like around 11 megs, so I'm able to stream at 720. I think if I went for a partnership, I think is it true? Let me ask you, and I'll ask a mixer partner. Is it true that non-partners can only stream at 720, but partners can stream at 1080?
Huh.
That's what I've
That's a
heard.
good question. I mean, there's been updates since I became partner. And I never really worried about much of 1080 when I was first streaming, so I
Yeah.
can't really remember.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't give you an honest answer.
Okay.
I mean, um,
You have to get
now
with me if
it's
you do find out, though.
of course. I mean, partners do get direct servers to help their stream run better. It's just part of Mixer wants their partners,
Hmm.
having good quality content. That's why they were able to pull that clip of me screaming on Overwatch to add to that clip. Like so, there is that. But as far as streamers only giving 720, I'm not for sure. I don't feel like there would be though.
Okay.
But that's just that.
Yeah. That I wasn't for sure. So I was just thinking like once I get to like if I do get partnership, I'm gonna need better internet to stream at 1080. Like I feel like 720 is perfect for me right now.
Yeah.
So
Hey, you're doing good. I had when I was streaming, first started. I had like a 7 upload.
hmm
And I worked with it. I had a streamer that came in with like I think I was like 150 followers, and he had like 1,200 or so, and he said no one's gonna watch my content because I have crappy internet and I was in crappy equipment, and I was like, well, dang, how do me seeing his number was like, well, how do you get good followers? And he said, well, you need like I have. He was like saying crazy numbers, like I have 1,500 download, I have like 800 upload, and you have to have all this and this nice
what?
equipment. I was like, well, dang, that sucks. Well,
Wow.
I couldn't even get that kind of internet at the time, so I just
Yeah.
worked with it. They've eventually upgraded to 11 upload, which
Okay.
really helped.
Yeah.
And so that was nice. And then I tried to save up for better equipment and got that,
Yeah.
which is funny. And then I just blew past this dude. Like I'm not going to say any names, but like he worried so much on the equipment and the bit rate he was getting over
Yeah.
actual content and engagement. And then my engagement blew past his equipment and internet level.
Yeah. That's all it comes down to, man. Don't worry about so
Yeah,
much all this fancy stuff for sure. I mean,
yeah.
you can
But
stream straight.
that
You can stream
really
from your Xbox and get just as many
yeah,
followers.
that's what I started doing. Stream
Yeah.
from my Xbox. I used to connect.
Yeah.
But people will constantly try to discourage you in anything you do because they don't want to see. A lot of people don't want to see you grow. They do not care for it. It makes them feel inferior,
Hmm.
and it's like that with family. It's like that with friends around you, and like that's why it's important not to listen to the hate. Like it's
Exactly.
constructive criticism is good, but people are going to constantly tell you to stop, and it's really the guy told me to stop streaming until I had better internet. He told me to stop, and like I would have stopped for a long time, and I would not be where I was if I didn't do that. I
Yeah.
would not have hit my partnership by years time,
Yeah.
and but yeah, just kept going.
I would never tell anybody to stop unless they were just absolutely disrespectful and didn't need to be
Yeah.
making content. Like if you really want to do it, then do it, man. Like there's nobody stopping you except for yourself, and that's it.
Hmm.
So I focus on what I can do instead of what I can't. Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go, Dave. Yeah, focus on what you can do. Absolutely, man. Get your name out.
Yeah, whatever
Yeah,
works,
well,
bro.
there's so many different
Whatever
ways to
works.
grow.
Whatever works, man. Absolutely. So awesome. Well, I'm gonna go and wrap it up, guys. I think we're getting close. Yeah, we're on the 2 hour mark. So um, it flew by. I feel like we did.
It did. I really enjoyed this.
That's awesome, dude. I'm glad you had a good time. I know Hubble, you had mentioned earlier. You kind of like this stuff. I'm gonna plug myself. I do have stuff on YouTube and I will put this interview on YouTube as well. So all
Yes.
my previous, I think I have I started actually recording them, uploading them to YouTube. Maybe back in January. So I didn't do all my previous ones in 2019, but everything in 2020 is now on YouTube. So you're more than welcome to go back and hear other people's stories as well. There's a lot of other streamers that I interviewed as well, so far in 2020, and I of course can plan to continue to do all this stuff as well. I think it's YT. Hold on, I do everything is on my mix play. So let me see. Can I do it from my Xbox? Oh, it's the first time I'm doing it.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Why did you start streaming and start on this path of content creation?
Haha, I did it from my Xbox. That's amazing. So, like I said, I had mentioned earlier that I was a big viewer on Twitch. I was a couple of streamers that I followed, actually from Dead by Daylight. That's pretty funny what we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Dead by Daylight, about 2 years ago. I was really into the game. I didn't know how to play it. I just love, the aspect of the game. There was a streamer on Twitch. His name is Tide Time. I'll drop him. I'll plug him. He's an awesome streamer, but he was making YouTube videos. So I was like, I wanted to learn how to play the game better. So I went to YouTube, started, looking at clips of Dead by Daylight. There was this guy. His name was Tide. I watched all of his videos. Like, he would break down all the characters, all the killers, what their perks did, how fast the killers were. Like, he had the numbers broken down for everything.
Dang.
And finally, one of his, he never plugged his Twitch. And finally, one of his videos, I think he was doing it live as he was playing a game and recording this stuff. He had mentioned he streamed on Twitch. I was like, what the hell is Twitch? Like, I'd never even heard of this before. So it's like, and he mentioned he was live streaming. I was like, okay, well, I was at work. This was when I was working night shifts. So there was absolutely nothing to do at fucking 3 a.m. So I went to Twitch, and sure enough, dude, he was live streaming at that time. And I got to catch his live stream. And he was just teaching us, how to play the game. And people were asking him questions, and you were actually getting live reactions out of him. Instead of having a comment on a YouTube video and maybe get a reaction like, maybe a week later or something like that. Cool. So that was pretty cool. I love that aspect that you can get like live feedback from the streamer, the content creator itself. So I fell in love with his community. He was really engaging. He had like a whole bunch of different sound commands that you can like mess with him and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. And then I got into PUBG, and sure enough, I started watching PUBG streamers. Shroud was one of the big things back then. 2 years ago, he was playing PUBG. But the only thing I didn't like about Shroud is that his chat, dude, you couldn't say anything. Like, there was no way you could see. He would see your comment unless you just happened to glance at something. So I found other PUBG streamers that I enjoyed that were like in the lower ranks, and fell in love with the community. Like I said, it was almost like a family aspect. Everybody came to watch the streamer every day that he was streaming. It was just like having a family reunion every day. So I love that aspect. I was like, dude, I want that. I want to have so many people just come up to my stream and just hang out during the stream. So
it's fantastic.
That was my inspiration. Just being involved in so many communities and subbing to them and supporting them is like, man, I want that.
Right.
Never did I think it was going to be so fucking hard, but I mean, you have to work hard to get what you want. So I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
So that was my inspiration.
I hear that. Well, that's awesome. Last question. What's my rank on Overwatch? It's like 100 below diamond. Like, I don't even mess with.
Yes, get the diamond.
I was diamond for a while. I was a solo comper, and then I kind of took it less seriously, letting people from the community jump in, and it brought it down a little bit. So you still got. No, I'm kidding.
Get good, kids.
Get good. No. But I really get on there just to hang out and have a lot of fun and kind of teach how to play some of the parts of the game, and that's what I do. I enjoy it. Yeah, it's part of the fun.
Yeah. And I'm not was a boomer. I am a boomer fan, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I accept my boomerish role.
I know. I don't look 25, but I am. It's weird.
That's awesome, dude. All right, before I let you go, let everybody know where they can find you.
Absolutely. So I'm P1nkKnight, guys. You can find me on anything. Like, if you want to Google, or you can find me on Twitter, Mixer, Instagram. I have a Discord, but you can get that info from on my Twitter. just hit me up on whatever, guys. Tinder, man. Like
Tinder,
seriously,
let's
just,
go.
just yeah. just hit me up, guys. I enjoy interacting and gaming with you guys and just being overwhelmingly positive and getting you through your days. So if you need that, come on by. Let's get it.
And he's temporarily full time right now.
Yeah, temporary full time streamer until I can get another job. So yeah, you got time. Come on by.
Go check him out, guys. Like I said, he's a partner streamer here on Mixer. If you can, I'm sure he would love the support of a sub. He's an awesome dude. I've got to know him, and next year for sure. Next Pack South, if you're able to come 2021, we're definitely hanging out for sure.
Heck yes, let's do it. Yeah, I love any kind of communication. So come in the chat. I don't even care if you follow. You can just
yeah.
Man. So
exactly,
let's
bro.
get it.
All right, man. Well, it was nice seeing you. Thank you so much for doing this with me for sure. I really enjoyed it.
Yes, thanks for the invite. Thank you, Vib, for inviting me too.
Exactly. She did a lot for me setting up this interview for sure. So
absolutely.
Thank you, guys. See you later, Pink.
See you, brother.
All right, guys. Thank you so freaking much for coming and checking out the interview. I really do appreciate everybody's tuning in and hanging out, interacting with us. Much love to P1nkKnight and his freaking community. It was insane. Y'all dropped so much follows, the lurks, the hosts, and everything, dude. It was absolutely amazing. I really do, really do appreciate it. Absolutely freaking crazy. I had an awesome interview. Like I said, if anybody wants to catch the interview, it will be on YouTube. Okay, so we'll upload it. I'm hoping to get it done tomorrow. YouTube's such a pain in the butt sometimes, but I will try to get it as fast as possible. As soon as I do, I'll let Pink know. Maybe he can drop the link for the YouTube video in his Discord or his Twitter or whatever. We'll share the crap out of it if y'all want to watch it again. Or if there's anybody that missed it, they're more than welcome to go back and watch the beginning or the middle, whatever you missed. I know everybody's busy with their lives, but I appreciate everybody tuning in. Absolutely phenomenal community, man. You got a lot of value out of this interview. Had fun as well. Super appreciate this content. Awesome, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Dave. Like I said, I've been doing this for quite a while, at least for the last couple of months. And it's been awesome meeting so many awesome content creators and getting the opportunity to interview them and hang out with them and learn more about them. Like I said, everybody has a story here on Mixer. And my goal with this is to interview people on other content creations as well, not just Mixer. I want to get to some maybe YouTube partners or maybe even interview some Twitch people. Because believe it or not, we're all kind of in the same boat. We all enjoy content. There's more people that we haven't met out there, and we gotta bring them over here. We gotta get to know them and hear their stories as well. So, made me not bored. Yoooo, you are more than welcome to watch the YouTube or the VOD. If you don't want to wait for the YouTube video, you can just go back to my past streams and watch the VOD for this. It shouldn't take long for it to upload. So, you interviewed well, too, mate. I actually got interviewed too by Haldat. If anybody doesn't know him, he's an awesome streamer. We got interviewed last week, so we got to hear my story. But like I said, I appreciate it. P1nkKnight, I do have one question before you head out, because I'm going to end the stream. Is there anybody that you want to raid or host? If anybody's down to raid, if you have anybody online that you would love to pass the love on to, before we can raid the crap out of somebody. Just either drop the link or give them their username, and I will definitely search them if I don't follow them already. Raid time. Hopefully you can hear my dog snoring in the background. He is so loud. He is so loud. Oops, I almost screwed myself with there. Have I heard of Ninja? Yeah. Do you want to raid Ninja? We would never get into his chat. Like, our raid wouldn't even make it. You wouldn't see anything. The guys that wear black clothes, exactly. Our Ninja doesn't wear black, though. Yeah, if you have anybody that you want to host or raid, bro, I'm down. Let's make somebody's day. Definitely. Our ninja would be a terrible real life ninja with bright colors. Exactly. Exactly. You like this person? All right, cool. I'm going to click on the link and we're going to go raid Sharky B. Shark. Oh, she's playing Dead by Daylight. Let's go. Awesome. I'm definitely going to stick around and watch. All right, guys. Again, thank you so freaking much, Pink, and your community. Much love to everybody in the knighthood. I'm just gonna guess. Knights of the Round Table. I don't know what you call your community. I apologize. I probably should have asked that. What do you feel like putting in the raid? What's that? What's the hashtag gonna be? The pink dog raid. Pink dog. The kingdom. Okay. Do you want to use that? The pink dog. Oops. Dog Knight. Y'all can use both the pink dog and the dog knight if y'all want to. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Really, it was awesome, man. It was awesome to get to know you and everybody else in your family for sure. So, y'all have a pleasant night. Thank you so much, and go show Sharky B some freaking love. Okay, we're gonna rate the crap out of her channel. I will definitely catch y'all later. Peace.